Hello, and welcome back to another episode on Farming Simulator 25. Well, we have advanced the day to August, and it is a nice August morning, and we have a lot of stuff to do today. So let's start tabbing into our first vehicle, I guess. Well, let's make that second vehicle. Let's hop into that MacDon, and we'll move it. Well, actually, we'll get it going on this field here. I'm glad that they have the AI workers continue from their previous job, even after you've turned the game off. I think that's kind of cool. Makes it harder for me to forget what I was doing. Alright, MacDon's gonna be cranking away on that. What do we have next? We have... Let's actually start this on an AI worker as well. Our rice is ready to harvest. Excellent. Let's move on. No, not this one yet. Not this yet. Here we go. Alright, we're going to sell this off, make a little bit of money, and hopefully be able to afford those goats in today's episode. Off camera, after the last episode, I went ahead and I baled up all the straw, picked up all the straw off the fields and put it away. And then kind of prepped everything in order for this episode to start cranking a little bit quicker. It was so many hours of work, but I'm kind of glad I did it. That's so weird because instead of turning on the big rig, it turns on the forklift behind it. So strange. Alright, let's go ahead and turn these in and see what we got. Nice. That should definitely be more than enough to deal with the goat pen today. Alright, I'm going to do a quick jump cut. I'll see you when we get back to the yard. Alright, here we are. Let's start tabbing, and this one I think we can put on an AI worker for now as well. Before I advanced the month, I realized the Bridal spreader that I was looking at, the modded one, that I'm hoping would be a lot better than this one, was on sale, so I went ahead and I grabbed that real quick, which kind of hurt because it dropped our money down. Even though it was on sale, it's still pretty expensive, but like I couldn't pass up the 50% off. So we need to lime this field here. Once this one is empty, I'll take it up to the store and sell it, and then come back, hook up to the our new used one, and use that. I don't know if we'll have enough lime to do this entire field. I hope we will, since we started the lime field, or making our own lime right now. Or recently, I should say. Let's check it out and see where it's at the moment. It's got halfway of the lime in there. Nice, the stone is still passing through. And this still has so much stone in it, it's fine. Alright, let's continue moving on. Why is the rice harvester just chilling? Are we going to reconfigure this truck so that it can actually hold some of the rice? Here we go. Now let's figure out what's going on with this AI worker who is literally just chilling. I'm gonna clean up the headlands real quick, especially the strip that it always misses. I don't know why. And then I'm gonna go throw this back onto an AI worker, and then I'm gonna hop into our Vultra and I'm gonna extend that field, which I've been meaning to do for a while now. I will see you when we are done. about done extending our field here. This modded plow is phenomenal. It is by far the easiest one to use. And I don't really plow the fields very often. I cultivate most of the time. But this one is so easy, you could easily get away with just plowing all the time. The biggest advantage to plowing is you don't get weeds, which is actually pretty nice. And this isn't even the longest version of this mod. I think I can extend it out to like 12 feet or bigger, I'm not sure. Alright, almost done harvesting the rice in that paddy right there. We're going to go ahead and park this up. We will need to lime the extension there, well, plus the entire field, but we'll do that as we get to it. Let's hop into that. Oh, this one's doing a pretty good job. Still has a little bit of lime left, too. That's good. This one's almost made it around the headlands. That's such a big field. We have so many workers on the go at the moment, but kind of what has to happen. As soon as the loading zone for the rice saplings fills out, I'm going to throw that onto selling again. I think we have more than enough for, I think it's like 5 years of rice planting. So I won't have to worry about that. Alright, we'll throw that back on an AI worker. Let me see what else we need to do before we need to start harvesting. We need to harvest these two fields here, and then we're done harvesting for the season once the rice is done as well. And the rice will be done before these. Let's check out our map. Actually, you know what I do want to do? Let's deal with the goats right now. Alright, here we go. So this is where I wanted to put the goats. The sheep section. And we do not want the crazy modded one. Alright, so this is basically going to be 100 grand here. Alright, so the output for milk is going to be on the right side. The left doesn't really have much, but I still kind of want to make it easily accessible. I think right here is good. It's not quite even here. So let's see. Alright, so let's just make it easier on myself. No, I won't do that. I was going to flatten it out first and then smooth it in, but I think what I'll do is I'll put this down first and then flatten everything out around it. Alright, do you want to customize? Yes, please. Alright, and here we go. I'm going to be riding the fence along the road here. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so expensive. We have almost 140,000 left over. Hope that's going to be enough. I probably should have saved before I did this. Just in case, you know, I messed up like, you know, I'm afraid I'm going to do. So one of the things I did is I came along here and added a strip of grass just to make it a little bit easier to kind of show where I needed to put the fence. Kind of glad that I did it because it does make it pretty easy to follow along the road without, you know, wondering where my boundaries are. I'll most likely speed up the time, so I'll go a lot faster, so you guys don't have to watch me do this in slow motion because it looks like it's going to be finicky. Or, well, at least not slow motion, but real time. Alright, here we are. We have finished, thank goodness. That cost a lot more money than I was expecting, so I'm glad we waited until we sold all that. The fence is all along the border. We left all the trees in there. I think it will look good with goats because it'll give them a shade, someplace to kind of hang out. Now I want to correct some of this area here. It's going to be nothing really major. I'm just going to kind of smooth it in a little bit so that it doesn't stick out. Just to make it look a little bit nicer and have it blend in a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go and back to the cement plates we put in and just add back that coloring there. I think it looks a little bit better than just dirt. So where's the grass at? And normally I wouldn't do some of this stuff, but you know, since I have the mod that allows me to do this basically for free. So I'm not paying for the landscaping. I'll go ahead and make it look a little bit nicer. I don't know if that actually helps improve anything, but whatever. Oh, hold on a second. We got some upcoming rain. When's that coming in? Oh, midnight. Okay, we're good. I was like, oh no. Alright, let's add some goats. So I can hold 227 goats, which is quite a bit. I can buy fully grown ones, which will allow them to start producing milk right away. I can buy goats that are 0 months old, just basically newborns, or 3 months old, and allow them to kind of grow. I think as they get to 8 months, they can begin producing milk. You know what? We'll just go with the oldest. And we obviously do not have enough to buy all 227, which is fine. I'm not really looking to do that anyway. Alright, let's get 60 of them, I think. That'll still leave us a little bit of cash. And animals are expensive. What I'll do is I'll get just a couple babies and just kind of let them grow up. Gosh, that's so much cheaper. Some goats finally. That's our first livestock onto the farm. That is fantastic. Let's check to see how they're doing, if I need to bring in some grass or if there's meadow for them already. Hey, we get a new tab, animals. They do not have meadow, they will do grass. I will most likely have to buy a piece of machinery that can let me start moving around some bales. I'm going to cheat a little bit and just use the auto stacker just to move a couple. Alright, we have 161 bales of straw so far. That's insane. Alright, 4 of these should be good. Well, we have, on our upcoming purchases, we still need to get a chicken coop. Not really sure where I will put that. Possibly here, in this yard area. Let's see if I can actually drop this right where it needs to be. The chicken coop isn't going to take a lot of space, so it should be fine. I'm gonna have to manually pick this one up here. It's this clean farm living that's made me strong enough to just do that. We'll pretend I didn't use super strength. Alright, food is fully in there now. That's fantastic. Awesome. Alright, let's head down to our grain fields down here. I'm gonna drop this off. I should also, I think, actually, never mind. I think we're done with all of the mulching at the moment. Man, we're down to $13,000. I'm used to having a little bit more now. Alright, let's see. Every field has been mulched so far, except for 1 and 7, but I'll need to harvest and then bale up those. So I guess the next thing we need to do is we need to start harvesting. Let's enter our John Deere here, and we can begin to rock and roll. I love that it remembers that, hey, you like to do this one on, the GPS, so I'll have to set it all up again. Alright, I'm going to do all of this on a time lapse, and I'll see you when we're done. we're going to take a quick pause from our harvesting and deal with all the other stuff going on. I've gone ahead and had the AI worker throw lime on this field. Looks like it's pretty much done. Just has the little bit of the headlands to do. But the spreader is empty, so I'm going to take it back and sell it, which will be good because we could use a little bit of cash. It shouldn't be too much, but right now anything is better than nothing. I always forget how slow this tractor is, but it's powerful enough to do anything I need it to do, so that's fine. And most of the time it's going to be, you know, in a field pulling implements, and that's never all that fast anyway. Alright, here we are at the shop. I really do need to get here at some point and pick up all the stuff that's just kind of hanging out. Alright, let's repair it for $1. And we will repaint it. And then we will sell it. Nice. Not bad. Made a little bit of money. I don't feel quite so stressed out. Finish the rest of this field out. I'm going to check out to make sure it hasn't missed anything else. Then hop back into our combine and start harvesting again. It has started raining. I thought it was supposed to be around midnight. Well, let's see what's going on here. Because I didn't see anything. I thought it was just clouds. But it shouldn't be on for very long. Well, I have more harvesting to do. But I can't really do that in the rain, so I'm going to have to chill for a little bit. If I don't have anything else to do, I might just speed up the time until we get out of the rain, and then slow down time. Yeah, I didn't get enough done to really start bailing. We'll go drop this off in the silo. The rain won't actually damage the crop, but we'll, you know, we'll pretend that it will, so we'll get this out of here. I wasn't even paying attention. Once I saw that it wasn't supposed to rain until midnight, I was just like, alright, don't bother looking at the weather again. Man, oh man. The rain sounds great, and the thunder in the background is really nice as well. If it wasn't for the fact that I was so busy, like it, I'd be like, oh, it's some nice ambiance. Yeah, it's gotta be slow going down that hill, man. I've launched one too many times, as we've seen in some of the other past episodes. If I played in the game without super strength, where I could just right the car back up and keep driving, I wouldn't know what to do. Probably unstrap everything, let it collapse everywhere, and reload. After I somehow got the big rig upright again. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for now. This guy's almost done. That's nice. Oh, hey, there we go. We can do some water, even though it's pouring rain. I'm going to need to move the lettuce pallets pretty soon. I've stacked everything I could. I'll need to prep them for when they need to, be sold in January, I think it is. I'm not really sure. And since I don't have a lot of other stuff to do at the moment, let's increase the speed and move through a little bit faster. The mushroom will get filled as well. Perfect. So just greenhouse number 2. I've been thinking about placing a shed down in that yard where the bale shed is and moving these implements over there and out of the way. And then I'm trying to decide if I should put another greenhouse there, because I can kind of fit one more easily. But then, the million-dollar question is, do I even really need another greenhouse? I mean, as it is, I get enough. Oh, was that it? Yeah. I get enough lettuce that it's pretty difficult to sell it all in, the proper season. So, there's a part of me that goes, man, another greenhouse. It's just that many more pallets that I have to stack and then, load up and sell. Alright. I'll stage this guy next to the fields we're working on, because as soon as they get picked up, you can start mulching. I was planning to buy a larger, more expensive mulcher, because, it can get it done faster. But the fact that I've been doing it kind of in the background on this little tractor here has been perfect. So I don't really see the need to get another mulcher when this one can do the job. So I'm not really sure. I probably won't do it. This has just been too convenient. I might have to put down a diesel gas area, because a lot of my equipment is running out of gas and it's a little too slow to drive all the way to the gas station. Excellent. This one is done. Let's reload it and move it to the next field. And there's the rain gone. Perfect. Let's slow down that time. I'm gonna go ahead and finish harvesting the one field I was on. And whoop, it's a stronger turn than I was expecting. And then I think we'll end the episode there, and I'll have to finish harvesting in the next episode. I was kind of hoping I can get it all done in one, but I guess the rain slowed me down a little bit, as well as the fields are a lot bigger than I always think until I start actually working in them. And then I go, oh my god, they're so large, why am I doing this? But hopefully after this winter, we've made a ton of money. We should. I mean, between the lettuce, the bread, the wood chips, I guess more wood. The wood's pretty consistent all year long, which is nice. At least the wood beams and the long planks. Trying to think of the mushrooms. What else we sell in winter? Alright, so let's see. Oh, that's what I needed. I wanted to do the rice real quick. Move it down to the next field and throw it back on an AI worker. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of this stuff on a time lapse, and I will see you when we're done harvesting field number 1. Welcome back. Well, we have finished harvesting all the wheat. I'm going to go ahead and drop this off in the grain mill and turn it into flour, and then turn that flour into bread. Looks like 2 of my AI workers are done. One of them, I believe the rice harvester, is fully, well, it's full. I need to empty it out. And the lime ran out, so I'll have to refill that as well. But I think I'm going to do that on the next episode, because I think it's a pretty good spot to end it. Let's see if I can actually back this in there a little bit better. It feels like it's going good. Hey, that was a lot easier than the previous ones. Still a little bit too close. Excellent. For my own curiosity, I am curious how much wheat is in there now. And we have been producing flour from it, so we've been burning through it. I think we have that field of oats is the last field that needs to be harvested. I think that was oats. Yeah. So that's good. And what did I set aside? 121,000 liters of barley for the chickens when we get that. Alright everybody, thank you for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Have a great day.